throughout my time here, my family has been repetitively denied. I understand Travis Bloom is an idiot. I understand that, fully understand that. He holds a good heart.
Fabricating fictitious government you ever seen.
My little brother used to run to Mother and say, "Mom, BB hit me." BB was my sister. He used to say, "BB hit me." Mom would say, "Well, my lovely young man, where are the marks to prove such?" Well, Mom, show me the marks. He could not show any marks. Mother would say, "I can't tell where the marks are." True story.
And the evidence is going to show that law enforcement tampered with evidence to meet their such high burden of proof.
While I'm waiting for this, did you, whether it's true or not, believe that Mr. Randolph had slept with your wife?
I wouldn't have cared.
You wouldn't have cared?
No.
Did you believe he had slept with your wife?
No.
Did you believe he slept with your mother-in-law?
Probably did. Everybody has.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
Said
Everybody has.
Oh, okay.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whoever you are, what if any you might be, and welcome to we're just keeping the wheels spinning and trying to put some content out because there's no cases I'm covering today, and Kelsey Fitzsimmons is a call-in call, so not really possible for me to cover it as well. So I just thought that I would come in here and chitty chat for a little bit because you have to be on the grift all the time. And I don't know how many of you watched the game yesterday, but congratulations to the Seagulls. They won a boring game, and the Pats, even though I like Pats, didn't win. So Seagulls are the Super Bowl champs 2026-5, the 60th Super Bowl champs. So congratulations. I demand to see Baker's DD's 214. I don't know what that is. Yeah. But can I say something? Because, of course, this is in relation to the idiots have now doxed me and shared my full address on the TwitTwat that they obtained through their copyright strikes against me and have used that to goggle around. Sadly, idiots don't read Danish. So they found an article where a guy wrote in his wife's name, to be fair. So they could think, oh, the name is Karen, so it must be true. But this guy that I kicked out of the political party that I was running for because of certain things that I can't talk about why, got really angry at me and spent a lot of time writing letters. I don't know if you have the same in America, where you have debate sites where you can write a letter and say, I really think that these potholes need to be filled. And I think this political candidate is an idiot. But this guy, based on the fact that in Denmark we had something called the Danish International Brigade. that was our quick reaction force we had, where we signed up as reservists. I signed up when I left the Navy in 97. That closed in 2005, 5. And because I had stated that I've been in the International Brigade for 10 years, I must be lying, was his claim. The idiot didn't really take into account that when they closed the International Brigade, they transferred us to another unit. I was put in under a logistics company where I stayed until my last contract ran out. I believe it was 2009, maybe 8. 9. No, it was after my back surgery. So probably 8 or 9. So I spent well over 10 years in the Danish Navy, Army, and reserves. But these idiots don't understand Danish, and they don't understand that it wasn't an article. He was responding to an article that was put on the front cover of the newspaper where they mentioned my service. So this handsome, skinny young fella is a 23-year-old me that is holding a certificate of appreciation, and I am sorry, I can't read what it is. I have asked Hellfish Haven what this is from. I believe that was the 2nd Armored Brigade or the 1st Armored Brigade, but I might be wrong about that. For that, I, of course, have stolen valor. And by the way, for the ladies who were interested in my cuticles, you can see my fingers in this picture as well. But I have a complaint because this was me at 23, before Marissa got me addicted to honey buns. And it is old Ironsides, right? I believe it's the old Ironsides, because I looked it up back then. But just to prove that even though I am lying about most everything, I did actually not have stolen valor. I actually did serve my country. See, I'm in the signal battalion. It's the signal battalion because we were putting out a forest fire on Siganista, which was our signal hill. And for those of you who can't see this, this is the emblem that everyone in the Danish International Brigade had when we were deployed. And I had to blot out something over there because we were young men and had encouraging photographs on our walls. So, and I had to cover up my pew as well because I don't think we're allowed to show pews. Yeah, it's the first AD or the second AD. It's one of those. Hellfish says old Ironsides, and I believe I looked it up back in the day that this is the old Ironsides, which is one of the oldest brigades in the American Army. I think so. But on the TwitTwat, as soon as I uploaded this, all of you started thirsting. And that hurt my feelings because this is me way too many kilos ago. And look how badly I was at ironing my shirt. So now I will have to go out and find someone who will call me handsome because it hurts my fifis. Yes, I didn't make my bed that morning either. So even though these assholes claim that I didn't serve, this part of was my room. As you can see, there's my cigarettes, there's my coffee cup, there's my little reading lamp, there is my M95. That's what we call our AR-15 system in Denmark. We have the Canadian version called M95 because that's the year we got it in. And this closet and the back closet are mine. These two are my roommates. He was the guy who pissed in Coke cans and left it. I'm actually looking at the shelving unit that he put all of this Coke cans in. So I'm just saying, for people who never served anything but dinner, maybe please go fuck yourself in the nicest way possible. Crusty Panties, when you wrote on Twitter, stolen valor is actually a big deal in America. So is breaking restraining orders. And only one of us is guilty because I have the proof. You have the court cases. So go fuck yourself, and go fuck yourself to the ones who doxed me yesterday on Twit. And I love that people are coming into my comments on Twitter now and asking if my name is Mads Fredelykke. Yes, it is. And so what? I've said it a million times on stream. Do you think you scare me? Again, I spent 372 days and 14 hours in this uniform, deployed to a war zone. Do you really think that you coming in and blaming me for stolen valor is going to scare me off? No, it's going to make me more determined to kick your lousy asses. So buckle up, buttercups. There will be more Foreskins videos. There will be more making fun of poor little Tuesday and her inability to speak the English language.
And the height of the boiler on the back of the SUV was right where that wound was too. I was told they were having a really hard time getting attorneys to talk about how they think Karen is guilty because of the lashback, because people.
So thank you very much for lighting a fire in my belly again. And I have a big belly. That could be a lot of fire. One thing you should never, ever do to veterans, and thank you, Hellfish Haven, for going on there and saying that you can vouch for my stories. One thing you should never, ever do to veterans is disparage their service. One thing I take particularly to heart is none of you assholes have ever sacrificed anything for anyone else. You live your cozy little lives sitting at home, knowing all about international politics and how everything should run. I don't know if anyone of you have heard the word Srebrenica before. My very good friend, the guy who actually made me sign up for the reserves, stood on a hill outside of Srebrenica begging. Well, he didn't, but the officers were begging to go in there and stop what happened in Srebrenica. If you don't know what happened in Srebrenica, look it up. So all of you assholes who want to diminish my small little part in it, fuck yourself. I have friends with PTSD. I have friends I don't have anymore. I can walk to my cemetery right over here and say, thank you for your service to my childhood friend. He passed away less than a year after I deployed home. So fuck you all. He didn't return. I did. In Iraq, I lost friends. In Afghanistan, I lost friends. So thank you so much for disparaging my service and through that, everyone else's service. You are all despicable human beings. Thank you to all the real heroes. Thank you to all the real soldiers who served. I was a chef on the first team and I was a baker on the second team. Yes, we did military duties as well. Yes, I did run around with a weapon in my hand. Yes, I have been out being shown the bad end of weapon, but I have done nothing compared to people like Valhalla, Hellfish, and all of these people, Jessica. None of what I have done is even remotely close to what these people have been through. But I did spend 372 days and 14 hours in a war zone because Denmark rotates every 6 months. So thank you so much, you assholes. Sorry. Every soldier has a job, exactly. And I'm just sad, and I will actually, normally I don't do the drama on the daytime, but this has got to stop. These people are insane. Yesterday, threats were made against Aiden and Will Declarer that they could just show up and people could have a fight. It's all fun and games until someone gets hurt badly. And it just takes one lunatic. You have to stop this now. You are insane. I know you do it because you want to click the money and you want to be a little tough guy. But threatening people on a live YouTube, telling them that you will smack the shit out of them, and then claiming it's not a threat if you say they can show up 2 guys, because then it's okay. Then you are, first of all, you're an idiot. Second of all, I don't know who your lawyer is, but they really need to teach you the law, because there's no mutual combat laws that'll save you when you just say, oh, you can show up, I'm going to smack you. That's threats. You have to stop. You have to stop with all of this doxing bullshit. Just because you don't like people, you don't have to dox them. You don't have to call their work. And it goes for both sides. Stop doxing people. Stop calling people's work. You have to stop. That someone got their heart broken isn't a reason to do this. You are taking it way too far. And as grown-ups, you should know better. Well, I was there when we called it the beach vacation, so it's not that bad. Wait, that was 23 and you're 27 now. You're age quickly. Anime, shut up. And hey, Rumblers. I was there when it was beach vacation. We got a little bit of a kerfuffle in the second tour I did, because we had to move some mujahideen from one place to another. They didn't really like that, so they went out and pew-pewed a little bit at us. But other than that, I think only 17 people were shot while I was down there. But that was an ambush because we were moving weapons. So, but it's just stolen valor. I did 2 tours in the Royal Navy from one wet to another. Thank you for your service. Thank you, Miss Bouquet, for your service. And Navy is the best. But you people, you have to stop now. Because if you can't handle a little online banter and you have to threaten violence, you are wrong. You are wrong. I played in the Marine Corps band, well, Navy band, but still. With Karen's picture next to all the chat supporting this, not a good look. Well, I haven't heard her promoting any of these people lately, so I hope, and I still have this feeling that that wasn't really Karen in that chat that day that started all of this bullshit. I hope it wasn't, because then she has done more harm to herself than anyone else. No, you can't fix stupid, but stupid can do a lot of harm. And I know that Kelsey Fitzsimmons is in court today. Well, she's not. She's having a telephone meeting, and I can't have access to it. Jess Machado said she was following it, but she hasn't updated since she wrote that post. So I don't know what is going on. Stephen, it was the handsome one who made the fight challenge. Those losers played a skin flute. Well, so did I. How's Baby Baker doing? He is well, he made the rest of us sick and then he got better. So that's how he is. Oh, and I got a super chat that I missed. Where the hell is the super chat? There it is. Did I do that? Yeah, no. You make my pants shorter every day, not old photos. Oh my. Oh my. Good thing you're working from home today then. Then you can enter your refrigerator period without anyone seeing it. And I saw Marissa write something about, I don't agree with the politicians, but you don't attack the vets. That's exactly what I always say. We serve our country. We don't serve Donald Trump, Joe Biden, Barack Obama, George Bush, Bill Clinton, George Bush. Oh, that's Bill. No, then Bill Clinton. Ronald Reagan. We serve our country when we deploy. And that's what a lot of people have forgotten. You're not doing drama, you're telling the truth. That's what I appreciate about you. Well, I do a little bit of drama sometimes. It's worse at night. He was a trumpeter, your dad. I played the bass drum, the big bass drum. Oh, there was a medical emergency, another case before Kelsey. Okay, well, we'll see if any updates come in. I also, because I found out I forgot to change the still has that Guthrie name on it and the Vent Baby. We're not going to talk to Vent Baby today. She did get a new trial, but there is a little bit about the Guthrie. I'm not a big fan of this person, but let's just steal their video anyway. This is from JLR Reports. Yes, but let's see that.
JLR investigates.
Oh,
Boots on the ground. Outside of Nancy Guthrie's home, the sun has not come up yet. And look how many people are out front of her home, parked, media. Look at this. Sun has not come up yet, and there is media everywhere here. Look at this. This is insane. Look. cameras out here. Goes all the way up the street. Goes down the street. Nancy Guthrie lives there. There's a law enforcement in front of the house.
I am not, yes, disclaimer. I am not endorsing this streamer. It's just to show you a video from outside of the house. Well, he has his style, he has his audience. So just like I do it my way, he does it his way, and we don't have to love it. The Petro is there. I haven't seen the Petro yet. This is rural, isn't it? I think there's houses around, but it looks like it's kind of it's $1 million house, but it looks like there's some space. It's not a small little cul-de-sac. There is some land to it.
This is crazy, folks. The amount of people that are here. Media. Camped out. It's a circus. I'll be live streaming on JLR Investigates all day out here until there's a break in the case or something's going on. Stay tuned for that. JLR.
Yeah, I'm not going to stay tuned for any of that. But just to show that they are camped outside of Nancy's house still, there is nothing really new in the case. They were looking into a septic tank yesterday to potentially see if they could find her. No idea who JLR is. Be happy about that. Yeah. Yeah. They are minimum 1 acre lots. I don't know how much an acre is. Nothing happened with Kelsey. Next hearings March 9th. Thank you, Christine. Then we don't have to try and keep an eye on that one. Yeah, if you're curious about him, just Google his controversies. He is a person who will get into a lot of drama. Talking about drama, that guy has a lot of it. Funny enough, another highly drama channel also started covering all the Aiden drama all of a sudden. Funny how these assholes came in. I'm stranded, and AAA says it's going to be 2 hours. You better not be leaving. I'm not going to go for 2 hours. I'm not going to go for 2 hours. Today at noon, Loophole Lawyer will have Samantha, Italian last name. Sorry, I'll butcher it. And the one, the only, the Plevster is going to join Loophole Lawyer today at noon. So when I'm done, that might be something you could look forward to. And I don't know how much that's more nighttime crew, how much you have followed all of that Ray from Dallas, but he will have a show at 2 p.m., I believe, addressing a lot of what has been alleged against him and the people that has been on Handsome Randall's show the last couple of days. So that is potentially also something that could be interesting to follow along with. I know a lot of cease and desist letters has been sent. A lot of preservation of evidence letters has been sent by Mo Esquire, and met with fuck you. That's not how you respond to you better preserve your potential evidence. That could actually be a problem for you, but that's going to be benigno, 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 benigno. Yes. Well, not Plevin, but Sam and Vince. Well, Plevin is going to be there and he's going to start yelling and he's going to start talking about logic and conspiracies and how everyone is dumb because they don't see the world the way he does it. Plevin and Grant is the same person. Plevin just doesn't smoke as much weed as Grant does. So once in a while, they will find something that makes sense. The rest of the time, they're just idiots who will make up stories. The one thrown in the paddy wagon. What? Who? Who's got what? Hearing the name JLR and DePetro makes me think whatever happened to the little Asian guy in the army jacket? I don't think I know that guy. And please don't call him Randall. His kids call him Dad. Just posted the motion to recuse judge has been submitted. Posted motions on her twit. Yeah, they were trying to file a motion to recuse the judge, which will, in highest likelihood, be denied as always. Hey, Farley. Bao, he's a YouTuber who got into the buffer zone and hard ass threw him in jail. Oh, whoop. That's yeah. Hey. By the way, this Saturday at, now I have to do math, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, me and Skip will be doing the Gizmo Lego. So that will be over on the Isolation Year channel, Skip's channel, where he is streaming a full year in isolation. So you better look out for that Saturday at 2 p.m., where I'll get to know Skip a little bit better, and hope you will join us. And he has really had a really successful growth on his channel, and I think a lot of people like just stopping by and hanging out in chat, and he's going 24/7. So you should join us on Saturday, 2 p.m. Eastern, where I and Skip both will be building the Gizmo Lego figure. Who is Skip? Skip is the Isolation Year channel. That was an awesome send last night. Well, when no one else is on, I like to send people over there because he is streaming at odd hours as well. But there's also always something, because he also streams when he's sleeping, and yes, he does snore. So you can follow along. He has some weight loss progress that he is following. He's talking about just about everything because he's live 24/7. So it's about everything and nothing. So if you haven't followed him yet, you should go and follow him. Maybe Marissa can find a link to his channel. Hey, Moons. Gizmo still creeps me out. Gizmo doesn't creep me out, but the one, the angry one, yeah, that was, yeah. Look at that, all this love for Skip. That's good. Sometimes I have Charlie horses in the middle of the night and I roll around on the floor crying. It's a good time. Well, it's a good channel to follow. You woke up in the middle of the night to Skip. Well, that's the beauty about doing these. That's why I asked him one day if he couldn't open up his channel, because a lot of us, kind of like Danny, we do the the redirect roulette, where we are sitting here and thinking, well, let me send all of you wonderful people to somewhere else, and maybe it's a good fit for you. I've sent people to a lot of people, and it's a really great way to support other streamers and say, I think you should look at this. So I think a lot of people, because he's live so late, so a lot of people will dump off in his channel because no one else is streaming at that hour. Yes, he will be streaming 24/7 from his year in isolation. So that's quite a task. I would go insanely crazy. Congratulations on 30 days. Skip is much better than the lady who screams the news from Mumbai. That was one of those surprises that we didn't need. But yes. Oh, talking about Savannah Guthrie. This is Men's Journal, so I don't know how the quality, but I just saw this. Nancy Guthrie update. Her disappearance might not be kidnapping per ex-FBI official. The search for Nancy Guthrie, mother of Today host Savannah Guthrie, stretched over 1 week mark over the weekend after the 84-year-old was abducted from her home in Tucson, sometimes between the night of Saturday and morning of Sunday. The Guthrie family have received 2 alleged ransom notes, one demanding $1 million and another, more recent, demanding $6 million. Guthrie and her siblings Cameron and Annie posted a video to social media over the weekend pleading with the suspected kidnapper. We received your message and we understand, Guthrie said in the video. We beg you now to return our mother to us so that we can celebrate with her. This is the only way we will have peace. This is very valuable to us and we will pay, she added. Former FBI official questioning kidnapping. As the search continued, former FBI Assistant Director Chris Swecker told Fox News The Big Weekend Show that he's skeptical of the kidnapping. Is this really a kidnapping? Does somebody really have her, and is she really alive? He asked. His suspicion arose due to the alleged $5 million increase in ransom demand. Remember now, it was $1 million not too long ago. All of a sudden, it's $6 million, Swecker said. I really think there's a third party here that's just playing with them, opportunists who think they can exploit the situation. The lack of evidence regarding Guthrie's current state leads Swecker to believe something other than a kidnapping might have taken place. If this was a kidnapping, it would be a very simple matter to authenticate and provide proof of life, Swecker said, noting that no evidence has been credibly authenticated at this point. Prima County Sheriff's Department has no suspects. In a message posted to social media Sunday, February 8, the Pima County Sheriff's Department confirmed it has not identified a suspect more than a week after Guthrie's disappearance. The Nancy Guthrie investigation is ongoing. Follow-up continues at multiple locations. No suspects, persons of interest, or vehicles have been identified. No scheduled press briefing. If any significant developments occurs in the case, a press conference will be called, the message read. The latest alleged ransom note gives a deadline on February 9th at 5 p.m. Arizona time or 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that will be, it's 11 Eastern now. So in 8 hours is the deadline. As green as that salmon. Well, that's smoked salmon with dill on top of it. I don't know why anyone would ever think I needed salmon because I hate smoked fish. But sadly, I was looking at the Pima County Sheriff's Office earlier today to try and see if they had anything, and The latest thing I have as well is this one. We currently do not have any press briefing scheduled for the Nancy Guthrie investigation. Sheriff Nacho is also not granting any interviews at this time. So I think we have to agree with Farley. She is not alive anymore. I don't believe she is alive again. Just as long as Baker doesn't send us to that laughing French lady, I would have challenged him to a street fight in those random parking lots if he does that to us. I would never. Have I ever done anything like that? She doesn't live stream. Thank you. I've said the only fish I'll eat is, well, I will eat a steamed fish. A steamed fish can be good. We have something called a shooting star in Denmark. It's a piece of white bread and not toast bread, not the cheap Wonder Bread, but real white bread that has mayo on it. And then you have one steamed fish and one fried fish. Then you have more mayo. Then you have shrimps on top of it. Then weirdos put dill on it. You can throw that to hell. Some will put caviar on it as well. Throw that to hell. That's weird. It's just like boba tea. It's weird chewing those little. Oh, it tastes like salt water. Yeah, it's horrible. And then a slice of citrus, a lemon, so you can on top if you like that on your fish. That is prima smørbrød. You should try that. Hey, Shady. Yeah, he was going long today because he was talking about that woman who will report him to the police today because it's not lunatics enough out there. Didn't they kick the sheriff off and the FBI took over? Isn't it called that the FBI is assisting the local police force? Hey, Taxi. What's going on in here? Nothing, Kosiji. Nothing. We haven't mentioned the handsome one at all. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. I would freak out if my mom was ransomed. I actually think that they are correct in assuming that this is most likely a third party who's just trying to make some money out of this by sending these ransom notes. And I think that's actually worse than anything. We know one guy has been arrested for sending a false ransom note, but it's a week. She's 84 years old. She has a bad heart. Yeah. Yesterday, they told the sheriff to stand down. FBI only. I haven't seen that. The latest update is 17 hours ago, where they say, at request of the Guthrie family, PCSD will maintain a presence at the Nancy Guthrie's residence for security. Media and the public are reminded to follow all traffic and private property laws. No trespassing is allowed on the Guthrie property. Violation is subject to enforcement. I know some people got mad that a neighbor said, "Get off my lawn." Well, why are you running around in the neighbor's yard? That makes no sense. You don't have the right to be there. Guten Abend, Stolli. Bist noch nicht Abend jetzt. It's 4:85. It's amazing how many people try to piggyback on this situation. Lots of sick humans in the world. Sadly, people will try and make money out of any crisis. With the amount of coverage, the person would have sent something to the media or something. Yeah, they sent these things to the to TMC, but yeah, he needs it. My thought was a fall and confusion due to concussion. Apparently, she wasn't that well on her feet. She was walking with one of those thingies. So I don't think, because that's the first thing when you hear an 84-year-old person missing in Denmark, we will normally hear the police tell us, go out and look in your sheds, because that's most likely where they sadly will be found, because they are old, demented, and will just walk off. And then I said something about elephants, and all the ladies in chat got mad at me, as always. But that's yeah, that's sadly how they do it sometimes in Denmark. Then we will get a notice that everyone, please go look in your houses and or your outhouses and stuff like that. Not outhouses, that's a toilet. In your sheds, to see if someone is out there. That's actually the one who was murdered over here. They thought he had just walked off as well. Hey, Davida. I mean, proof of life thing. Yeah, something would have been sent to someone. I would definitely pay it. If not, I would lose all hope. After they have said we will pay, but just give us some proof of life, and they haven't done that unless there is some secret communication that the police, because the feds, like J7 said, the feds are on it now. But this has been very highly broadcast everywhere. In a kidnapping case, wouldn't you also say leave the police out of this? I haven't done many kidnappings, so I don't know. It's just weird that all of this media is on it, and then they go out and say, oh, by the way, send us some monies. Outbuildings. Yeah, you can call it outbuildings. Well, they did look in a septic tank yesterday. Marissa, you have a dirty mind. Hey, Bubblegum. Did you see some of the messages to kidnappers were copied from the message to kidnappers in Silent of the Lambs? I've seen that story. I don't put any weight into all of that. Again, I didn't hear anything that was in any way suspect. I know a lot of people are really interested in the sister's husband, that he hasn't been seen and all of that. I don't want to speculate. Where the hell is my glass cleaner? It's here. I don't want to speculate. I have no insights in whether he is guilty or not. The police haven't done anything. I know there's the picture out there where they're covering their face when they drive off, which is kind of weird when they then make a video 5 minutes later. But they have been reported as suspects on one channel, and that channel keeps doubling down, even though the police have said multiple times we don't have any suspects. So again, this is the problem with online media. We will just we'll speculate until we think we have whatever we believe is the truth. That made it worse. So many conspiracy theories. JLR will definitely solve it all. Well, he'll get Jabril down there, and he'll get some DNA out of the fridge. My first intuition was probably some kind of weird family dynamic, but then the statistics seem to support that supposition. Is that the word? Hey, Teresa Dirksmeyer, and hey, Teresa Dirksmeyer's granddaughter. I hope you have earbuds in. The red stuff splatter on the front stoop makes me feel very trepidatious. It's big words you're using for me today. It's Monday. I was up all night watching Super Bowl, and you're using words like trepidatious. Money, you just want the stream to end. I know it. I know it. You've been here for 10 minutes. You can't stand it anymore. You just want to get out of here. But you don't have to throw $5 words at me. That's not nice. But I will agree with you. The way the pattern was with that big splash and then the little ones, someone said it looked kind of like someone had coughed up. And I don't think if a 84-year-old woman cough up, that's a good sign, especially when she has a very weak heart. I wonder if next year's Super Bowl, instead of Bad Bunny for halftime, we can have Bad Baker. Well, I did make a new intro song for Red House Media. I hope he will play it tonight. I'm confused on the DNA in the fridge. How did I miss this Jay Brill fact? Oh, he said it on, was it on the birthday stream that he had obtained DNA from someone? My eyelashes are so long, the mascara is constantly smudging the lenses. It gets so annoying. And don't have stripper lashes. Sorry, there's a kid involved. $5 word for you, Baker, but the car crew will be looking that up until tomorrow. Yeah, and then they will butcher it. Oh. It's one of those days, Booch. It's this time of the month. You can have all the talks you want. Just don't do that's not what I said when people call you out. What the F is stripper lashes? It's not stripped lashes, it's stripper lashes or hooker lashes. That's when they are extra long. This is where you need Jamie for Beauty on a Budget. But the long, thick ones are supposedly invented to keep. We have kids present, so I'll do it as kid friendly as possible. Male DNA out of female eyes. Whatever you think that meant. Where's Jamie? Jamie is working hard. World peace is at stake. You all talk about the Illuminati, those ones in Davos, the petrodollars, the aliens. But Jamie is actually with the cabal that runs everything. She's the leader of that cabal, and they are right now planning the next 5 years for humankind. And that's why she is a little occupied doing all of that stuff. So whenever she's done planning the next 5 years for the planet and the universe, she have given me some insights. Let's just say Alpha Centauri. But you will find out. I would not invest heavily in underwater land building plots. The sea levels are not going to fall that much. That's what she have told me. My mom walked away from her nursing facility and nobody even noticed she was missing for over 4 hours. She was located 4 miles away at a grocery store. I had a neighbor over here. She was very active. She was always walking and riding her bike everywhere. And then you started to see the signs. She wasn't kept as well as she used to be. She was always in the right clothes, but it normally was very coordinated and everything looked okay. Then she just became a little sloppy. And when I talked to her, she just seemed a little fussy. And then I started noticing she was checking the mailbox like 7 times a day. And I was talking to her neighbor and said, should we do something? Because I kind of have this fear that she might be losing it. And they said, well, we are actually hearing her at night. She's moving her furniture around. And that's one of the signs with dementia, because they are afraid that someone will come in. They don't feel safe, so they will block doors and move furniture around to feel safe, because they don't really know where they are. And then I saw her on her bike in heavy rain across the city. She was always riding her bike around, so I was like, should I stop and ask her if I should drive her home or whatever? And we then talked to her family, and they had actually tried to get her to a dementia nursing home for 6 months, but the city didn't think she had that much dementia. And then within 3 weeks after we started talking about it, it just went downhill so fast that they had to take her off. You got a big snow dump. I didn't dump anything in the snow. Something about what to do with a drunken sailor in the morning. What? What? Who's what? My grandma left the burners on when she got dementia. That's so so dangerous. Yeah, it's sad. But it just went downhill like 6 months or so. It just went downhill. We haven't had another lady who, her and her husband lived down here, and she was very active. She was always at the gym. She went to the gym every morning, every weekday, 5 days a week. She was at the gym. She was doing yoga. She was doing Zumba. She was very active. 2 times a week, she was playing tennis with her girlfriends and all of that. Very active. And then we started noticing that she couldn't really figure out where is it I have to go to Zumba. And then her husband had to come to the gym with her because she couldn't remember where her bag was, and she couldn't remember. And in the end, they actually had to help her dress because she would put her underwear on top of her clothes. And that was maybe a year. It just, and then she was put in. We call it the men's city. It's a nursing home where they try to keep it so there's a little shop and there's a barber and stuff like that, so it feels more like a city, so they don't feel like they're just put into an institution. And they ended up having to sedate her every day because she would crawl over the wall just to get out, because I have to go to tennis. Then she crawled over the wall and just started walking. It's really um it's really scary how fast it can go. Television hypnosis versus dementia is a consideration. I know that my mother's attachment to the television did not help with her downward dementia. That's the thing. When you get older, if you sit on your couch, you will die because you'll just slip away. Was it a nice giant? But enough about all of the sad stuff. I don't really have much more to chitty chat about because nothing really is going on. The Kelsey Fitzsimmons thing has been moved again. There's a motion filed to recuse the judge. The Guthrie case has no updates, and yeah, we need to find some case to cover soon. Side eyes, stop it. Hey, Cyber Chicken. My dad just made a comment about not seeing too many snowmobiles. I wonder if it's been too cold for them. I didn't think that was possible. I don't know. What's new on your gay neighbor who was unalived? He wasn't my neighbor. He lived 500 meters down another road. Nothing other than the guy has been arrested. He has been put in in holding, whatever you will call it. So he is in prison. They are investigating, and he will stay in prison until they have finished investigating the story. We found out that he is a guy who has quite a past for doing some really bad stuff to people, and yeah, that's where you sometimes maybe think that the Danish system and our very low incarceration times might be a problem. 500 meters is not my neighbor. My neighbor is Roger, who lives right next to me. And it's actually a path here, so I'm not sure I would call the other one my neighbor. In Denmark, we are very specific about what you call a neighbor. I don't do jazzercise, I do retro dance. And what else do I do for fun in the winter? I don't do anything. And bajer is how you say beer in Danish in a more slang way. Yeah, I have Roger on one side and the path on the other side. But if you don't live on the same road as someone, you're not their neighbor. Then you live on another road. We are very, very specific. Well, the seagulls won, so all the seagulls people are happy. But before we go, let's get some legal advice from Massachusetts.
And you should have told Correa to do the proper steps that he needed to do. And you should have moved on. You shouldn't have attacked us because you're just throwing more gasoline on it. And and I'm sorry. That's what's going to happen. I'm not going to sit there and let you think that you're powerful. You ain't powerful, bro. I'll smack the shit out of you. You won't do nothing.
He ain't dog walking none of us. That's for damn fucking sure.
Listen, how about this, right? I got something for you and Wilder Henry. I will show up to a parking lot. You two can get out the car and you two verse me in a fight. I will fight both of you guys at the same time. Both you guys. You two verse me. You and Will Henry can pull up. We could go to a parking lot, just us, no police. You two, me by myself. We could put the camera on and I will fight both you guys. And on camera, I will fuck both you guys up. No problem.
Like I said in the beginning, this has got to stop. These childish little antics that Handsome Randall want to get into, it has got to stop. You have to grow up, bro. I know you think that it's cool to sit there and threaten someone else and invite them to a fight and have your friend tell you, yeah, they're not about that life. They're not about that life. No, none of us should be about that life. If you want to fight someone, join a gym, take a boxercise class. You're 50 fucking years old. It's pathetic that you have gotten so mad now that you threaten violence. You got so mad at Cossy G calling you Randall that you have to go over it 4 times in your intro in your video. Bro, this is ridiculous. They are in recess, so childish. They are very childish. Are they from the Karen Reed trial? Yeah, didn't you know Jay Brill was the guy who started the Free Karen Reed movement? He was the guy who actually freed Karen Reed. He was the guy who gave Alan Jackson all the clues that would set Karen Reed free. I bet his dad could kick that guy's dad's ass. Yeah, it's that type of. That's that type of childish behavior that we see, and again, it just have to stop. It just have to stop. Being a street tough guy when you're 50 fucking years old is pathetic. Having beef with everyone online is pathetic. And telling other people that they could never get ladies like you can because you are handsome isn't the flex you think it is. Because I used to be handsome. Look at how blonde I was back in the day. I had so much Dax wax in my hair. It was amazing. It looks like I could have been in a boy band. Back in the day where I only had 2 chins. I had kind of a jaw as well. Memories pressed between the pages of my mind. Memories of a skinny little 23-year-old guy. Memories, sweet memories of being able to run and not die. Put on clothes without a sigh. Sweet memories, sweet memories. Yes, this is my Halloween costume because I was never in the army. And I made this fake certificate of appreciation as well to just boost my imaginary self-confidence about being a tough soldier boy. Because that's what we do when we have fake valor. You remind me of Val Kilmer, man. Yeah, there's a little Iceman over it. I didn't do that. So, but I do have a haircut that I could have joined a in sync or something like that. Still don't have any moves. I ain't got moves like Jacker. These idiots. They need a life. Sadly, so do you as well. J7, I'm sorry. You have to join Mo and wait for AAA. And the rest of you, go watch some. I think there's some skeleton on today in the Olympics. Well, the honey buns will definitely never be controlled now. Now, that's why I can't lose any weight, because imagine how deadly I would be for you in chat if I lost weight and went down to that size again. I would be called handsome all the time. But I just want to prove that my temples are actually at the same height as they were 4 years ago when I was 23 years old. So that's at least something. Love y'all. See y'all.
I'm Jimmy. How y'all doing?
I know English is your second language, but you don't word
It's
the
my
questions
third,
carefully.
but I'm still better at it than you. You are
The most important people in this case that everybody seems to have forgotten in this room is the jury. So we're going to take a